Invented me in Memphis. Invented me in Memphis. 100%. 100%. March 15th. Mama named me Paisley. 1991. Youngest son and her baby. Invented me in Memphis. My city is crazy. Heard on their mind, so I keep it on for safety. I run into problems. His mercy, it chase me. Cause out of the chopper, not a single country crazy me. Had the aim on Ainsworth. I wasn't even 12 yet. Now the young and grown hands on like a nail tech. Never lose a real brother. Suckers running tell that. Spicy with their motives, I can sense it, I can smell it. Teacher, they were putting on the front that when I fell back. Before them kill boys, they were breaking in them Hellcats. Praying for me to lose on your 12 and his hell jack. Found a better way so my son won't have to sell. Crack a heart every day so my daughter never have to sell. Limousine magazine, no gasoline, where them shells at. I ain't believe me when I told them, so I stopped talking. I ain't believe me till I showed them that they all gone. Lamb warm with the dream. Lamb we don't go wrong. 100%, 100%, 100%. 100%, 100%, 100%. 100%, 100%. 100%, 100%, 100%. Hey, drop a 12 in the comments. Is the audio coming through, the visual coming through clear? Peace and blessing to everybody who tuning in. You say you can't. The sound distorted. Okay. I don't like that. What could that be exactly? Okay, we good? We good? I don't know. I probably had the music too loud. I'm gonna try. Listen. I'm gonna play it again. And when I play it, I need another 12 to let me know if it's coming through clear or if it's still distorted. Peace and blessing to everybody who tuning in, everybody who will tune in. Shalom, shalom. Quay, Sister Shemaya, Robert Holloway, Israelite Swedish Strategic, Myron Browning. Invented me in Memphis. Yashariah, Caesar Chapo, First Israelite Swedish. Invented me in Memphis. King, Tashiel. 100%. March 15th. Mama named me Paisley. 1991. Youngest son and her baby. Invented me in Memphis. My city is crazy. Heard on their mind, so I keep it on for safety. I run into problems. His mercy, it chase me. Cause out of the chopper, the single country crazy me. Had the aim on work. I wasn't even 12 yet. Now the young and grown hands. All right, so if it's distorted, we ain't gonna keep it going like that. All right, so y'all see the topic, man. Talk to on Tuesday, and with this particular stream, what I want to do is not so much as to teach, but for us to converse, talk, and really have a real conversation. And a lot of times, these hard conversations we don't have and we avoid them because they become confrontational or be some type of misunderstanding, so on and so forth. But what's on my spirit to talk about is why is it that Despite out of all the emotions, the only time I'm told that I'm emotional, I'm being emotional, or I'm in my feelings is if I'm upset, if I'm angry, or if I'm mad. Why is that? Why is anger the only feeling, the only emotion that a person will tell, hey, hold on, you need to chill out, man. You were getting out the spirit. That ain't right. You doing the wrong thing. Oh, I done said it before. I had to realize because I called somebody emotional before. Not understanding that, listen, my joy is emotion. Happiness is the emotion. Sorrow and sadness is the emotion. To be confused, that's the emotion as well. But when I'm happy, don't nobody tell me get out your feelings. You know what I'm saying? When you see somebody who they feeling good, they in their mode, don't nobody tell them, hey, hold up, bro, you out of line, you out the spirit, you too happy. Don't nobody say that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a problem. At what point and what time is a person okay or get the stamp to be upset, to be angry, to be mad? You know what I'm saying? To be pissed off. And it's a time for that. The book tell me, I ain't gonna go too much into the book. Like I said, it's Talk to Him Tuesday, so we really just chopping it up. The book tell me, man, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. That's the words that he used. It's Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. So I'm looking around and I'm looking out in society and the things that's going on with people. PVO Gualabé, hey, salute, what's going on? What's going on with you, bro? You know it's still Westwood. You already know it. So I'm looking at the things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. Man, I got reasons to be pissed off. I got reasons to be mad, man. And so then we get into the arena of religion and false religion at that. You know what I mean? They telling me that I can't be mad. They telling me that if I shoot off on this person, they tell me if this person disrespect me and then I check them on that, then I'm wrong. Hey, that ain't so, man. That's not logical. That's not dealing with truth. That's not dealing with knowledge. That ain't got nothing to do with balance. If I get happy, you know what I'm saying? I'm allowed to let my happiness run its course. I can be happy all day, smiling. The people go celebrate all type of events, birthdays. They celebrate the child coming into the world. They celebrate, you know, they got a promotion at the job. They celebrating all type of things. And don't nobody tell these folk, bro, you too happy. You in your feelings. To be happy is an emotion. So why is it that when I get mad, the people tell, hey, pump your brakes, Pete. P, you too hot, bro. Calm down. You wilding out. You out the spirit. No, a lot of time these folks out the spirit. And what it go back to, man, you got a lot of people that they don't want to stand up. You know what I mean? They do understand the fact that if they stand up, then it's gonna be a war. A lot of people hate confrontation. They avoid confrontation. They don't like confrontation. You know what I'm saying? They rather just take it on the cheek. They rather bow down and be spineless about a situation. I'm not rocking with that. Hey, Hezekiah, Shalom, Shalom, Aki. Much love to you. Robert Holloway, Ron Yah, indeed, indeed. The book tells us it say be angry and sin not, like the brother just dropped. I got a right to be mad when I'm talking about you got people who they kidnapping the children. You know what I'm saying? I got a right to be mad when a doctor's lying to me about what's going on with my loved one or what's going on with me. I got a right to be mad when I see that, okay, I'm trying to make an honest living. And in doing so, you taxing my check. And after I get my check, everything that I spend $1 on after that, it get taxed. I got a right to be mad for that. That's oppression, bro. That's slavery. I got a right to be mad at the fact that you want me to pay more money for this bag of chips. But the bag itself getting smaller. So the cost of living killing people. I'm paying more for less. I got a right to be mad, man. Bro said consolidating the emotional range. We was created with these emotions for a reason. Indeed. It's a certain time where anger is a benefit. You're supposed to be mad. Hey, look, I'm supposed to be mad if I get information that somebody in my family was molesting my daughter, my son, my nephew, my niece, my sister, my brother, my parents, me. I'm supposed to be upset about that. And that's what's going on in a lot of households. So what I'm saying, if you tuning into this and you ain't, you know what I mean, you don't know nothing about me or what the campaign I'm on. What I'm saying, man, I like to talk about truth and what's really going on. Of course, it's Bible based, but like I ain't gonna jump into the book like that tonight. Talk to him too. We need to talk. I need to know you. You need to know me beyond what the script say. How he really feel about this? What's his perspective on that? You got people right now, they got anger in them that they don't understand because they was brought up in a household where every time pops came home, where every time the mama came home, they came home cussing them out, beating on them, putting them outside, telling them you gotta sleep outside. Yeah, you can't eat. We locking the refrigerator down. This was going on in the community. This was going on in the households. So these people got this anger inside of them. It's like, what do I do with it? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we see the people explode or they release this anger. And what happened? You got so many people that looking at the new, oh, dude crazy, or that woman crazy, she lost it. Why she do that? It's a spirit on, but you don't even know the background of what triggered that. You don't know the abuse that person went through. You don't know what they heard and what they saw, man. You don't know how much they tolerated before they said, you know what, bro, I don't know. I done tried to work it out in a peaceful manner. It's wartime. So that's what I'm saying. At what point in time do we, at what point in time is my anger acceptable, bro? At what point in time is my anger acceptable, sir? You want me to be passive and spineless and quiet and you know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing, don't do nothing, don't shake nothing. No. We men and women, man. And definitely being melanated when the Most High made, he ain't make us to be soft. When you do read the scripts, you see that them Israelites were about their action. You see them Hebrews was about busting head. They will move. They was gonna move something. They was gonna shake something. You gonna get out the way. So much so that when we traveling through the land, they oh man, that's them. Hey, that's them. The Most High chosen people. Man, hey, listen, get out the way. These folk with it. So now we in a point in time where you can gun one of us down. The mama, you know what I'm saying, with the baby. Gun that man down while his hands up. And all we gonna do is grab some poster boards and march. All we gonna do is say Black Lives Matter. But at what point do we say, man, we ain't doing none of it? We ain't asking for nothing. We taking it. At what point do we get to that, family? Because the country itself, everything that you see in America, guess what? If you don't know, it was obtained through taking. It was obtained through war, bloodshed. It wasn't secured through peace. It wasn't secured through being passive. So that's what I'm saying. How we gonna operate and say, I gotta be quiet. I gotta be this. And if you don't know, far as my Hebrews, my Israelites that's in the fold, and we know who we are. We talking about keeping the commandment. We know where we at. Some of the people not coming into the fold because you pushing that type of doctrine. You pushing that type of teaching. What you pushing is, okay, these folks didn't kill, those rape, robbed, and pillaged, and it ain't got nothing to do with hate. It got everything to do with facts. Everything to do with facts. At what point in time, you know what I'm saying, the book tell me the Most High get mad. If you don't know and if you ain't reading, guess what? It said all this stuff that we seeing right now, the Euphrates River drying up, These folks talking about sending out nukes. These folks talking about dropping nukes. The scientists with the clock, they're saying, hey, we're 100 seconds from midnight, which is doomsday. All of that, guess what it's about, bro? It's leading up to a war. It said the adversary went and made war with the saints, bro. Overcame them until the Most High checked in. So everything we sent, all of this gonna lead up to a fight. What you gonna be? What you gonna do? I done made gave the scenario before. You got people who saying we shouldn't use firearms. But that's what's in the Constitution or the Second Amendment of your country, saying that you need to have firearms in case your government become tyrannical and want to control the people. So that you will be able to overthrow the government that want to abuse you and your rights. They didn't put that in there for no reason, family. They didn't do that for no reason. You got the right to bear arms. That's the Second Amendment. That's why the semi is cocked. That's why the semi be loaded. Yeah, so the problem becomes, it's these people who melanated, it's God's chosen people, the only ones feeling like they shouldn't practice the violence. It's God's chosen people, the only ones who feeling like they shouldn't defend themselves. They shouldn't bust it. But guess what, though? When I come to you, if I say something you don't like, if I do something you don't like, me being melanated or the next brother and sister, man, that Hebrew gonna step. That Hebrew gonna smash and wild out. But when it come down to talking about, okay, well, what about the other people who are against us and contending with us? We don't want to bust their heads. That's crazy, man. Hey, Perry Yona, hey, salute. Peace and blessings to you. Everybody who tuning in, everybody who will tune in. So what I'm saying, like, man, why is that, man? Y'all drop it in the comment, man. Drop it in the comments. Say, why is it that every emotion can run its course? Don't nobody got nothing to say. But when I'm upset or I'm mad, I gotta stop that, control it, filter it, direct it, put a cap on it. Well, hold up, bro. You doing the wrong. Why is that? Why? Somebody tell me why. Myron Brown said, Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. That's what it's saying. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee and forget your children, that you will be no priest to me. But know your post in Luke 22:36 said, then said he unto them, but now he that have a purse, let him take it, and likewise his scrip, and he that have no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. So the book telling us right there that, listen, if you ain't got no sword, you ain't got no tool, you ain't got no firearm, sell your clothes and go get one. Sell your clothes and go get you a pistol or a rifle. The Bible say that, man. So the question is, why is it that aside from happiness, which is the emotion, aside from sorrow or sadness, which is the emotion, why is it that anytime that a person, mainly these people of faith, why is it that anytime we get angry or upset, we told that we being out the spirit? Or that you being emotional because you upset? You in your feelings because you upset. Why is the only time I'm in my feelings or upset is when the only times I'm in my feelings or being emotional is when I'm upset or angry? Why is that? If it's clear to you, Milk City 513 Gamer. Why is it the only time that we deem to be emotional when we upset? Is no other emotion. And this is what I'm saying. Emotions are feelings. To be happy is a feeling. To be afraid is a feeling. To be sorrowful or sad is a feeling. To be confused is a feeling. But anytime I feel this or the next person feel it, don't nobody say, hold up, bro. You out the spirit, you being emotional, you in your feelings. Stop that. Mainly with the joy. With Detroit, don't nobody say, hey, bro, stop being happy, bro. You and your feelings. Stop that. Don't nobody say that. Hezekiah said, because pressure make them scared. Slaves not supposed to think. Slaves not supposed to think. The pressure make them afraid. These folks afraid to go to war. These folks afraid, man. The Lord is allowing them to treat us this way. We have to give place to our anger, bro. And all these feelings are choices, my dude. Indeed. But this, what I'm saying is, if we're looking at the spectrum of emotions, we're looking at the spectrum, we give place. Like I said, when we happy and we celebrate, we at the feast days. You know what I'm saying? We keeping it, we playing with our children. You know what I mean? We playing with our wives or our husbands or our siblings. We out at the gun range or we at the gym. You know what I'm saying? Well, we playing the video game. We watching the movie. We feeling good at this time. We still in the seat of emotion when we operate in these different activities. Don't nobody say, hold up, bro. Hold up, sis. Get out your feelings. You too happy. Don't nobody say that. Don't nobody say you afraid. Get out your feelings. You sad. You just lost your parents. Somebody just killed your mama. Your daddy just passed away. Your grandma, your auntie just passed away. You sad, you crying. Don't nobody say, hey, get out your feelings. They let that run its course. They say, yeah, you got a reason to be sad, man. You just lost a loved one. They say, oh, you just got blessed in a major way. You happy? That's what's up. Stay happy. Salute to you. But when it comes down to being angry or upset, this is the only emotion people say, stop that. Stop that. You out the spirit. And understand it, like I said, it's Talk to Him Tuesday. So I'm not trying to teach tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to convince nobody ever. I'm just laying it on the table. I'm really trying to dialogue with the people. So why is that? Yahweh Ashar, peace and blessings to you. Make it make sense to me. Son of Bat Yasharal said, I think how we express the anger is important. People express happiness in sinful ways also. Okay, this is true. So how do we supposed to express this anger? Okay, so you so right though, check. That's because it's not a fruit of the spirit. Okay. So anger is not a fruit of the spirit. Okay, I can hear that. I can hear that. The book do tell me that man wasn't supposed to experience the feeling of wrath. But it's a lot of emotions and feelings that man was supposed to experience that came in through the fall of Adam. So the question then becomes that, okay, if this is not a fruit of the spirit, what spirit was our forefathers in when they went to war? What spirit will our will we be in, or the future? You know what I'm saying? What spirit they gonna be in? As the book tell me, that the serpent, the devil, or Satan. We talking about Daniel 7, the book of Daniel. We talking about Revelation. It said that he went to make war with the remnant of the saints. He went to make war with the saints. When it's a war, that means it ain't no bullying completely overtaken. It's some back and forth. It's a battle going on. It's some losing and some winning going on in different. It's casualties on both sides. Jeffrey Brown said Christ flipped over tables. Ken Yah said, it hit him somewhere. He thinking about that. Well, so what I'm saying, man, yeah, we wrestle not against flesh and blood in these days. This is true. This is true. But again, what I'm saying is, was my forefathers, were they in a mode of, you know, these folks smiling going to war?
What were they smiling with swords and shields and arrows and you know so what was really going on? Okay, it's a time for anger. Okay. Christ will put their spirit on you at the right time. You don't have to do it. So now, if Christ has put their spirit on us at what time is it right? This is what I'm saying. At what time do we get a chance to allow our anger to run its course the same way our joy run its course, the same way our sorrow and our tears run its course when we lose a loved one or we go through something tragic? At what time does anger gets to run its course? At what time is righteous indignation okay? Lenoy says it's a time for each emotion. You can't be happy in a situation, you should be angry, and vice versa. Marion Brown said, you raised some good questions out. Peter cut a dude ear off. Nehemiah said, I'm going to lay hands on. This is what I'm saying. He wasn't happy. Listen, in the book of Nehemiah, when these folk came through trying to break the Shabbat, and he said, man, you come through here again making these folks sin like that. I'm going to lay hands on you. He wasn't happy when he said that. Okay. He said the right time is when and only when he will be glorified by your anger. Okay. All right. Surprise said outside of the time, a great way to express anger is through counsel. That way we have a just weight and balance through our elders. Okay, so hold on. Uh, 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 we'll have a just weight through our elders. But understand this, we're talking about it's different modes and realms of anger. This brother or sister might be mad or have anger in them because of what happened to them in their childhood. But this brother or sister here might be angry because currently what's going on in their marriage. The elder don't know nothing about that. They may be able to give counsel on the marriage, but this is not your wife. This is not your husband. You know what I'm saying? So an individual, when does this individual, this single person, got a right to be mad, man? We're looking at the word and they say that, listen, we as Israelites, everything that's been done to us and still being done to us, our response to it in the mistreatment is we're going to get posters in March. Our response to it, I done seen videos that's disgusting to me where you got it, the person go out to the store and a Karen or somebody come up and they disrespect them, call them out, you a nigger and whatever else, and the brother or sister still talking about, sir, ma'am, you don't understand. Like you still trying to be civil with people who that's already out the window for them. No longer when I see you not civil, you don't get that silver part of me no more. This is what I'm saying. So as an individual, at what point in time? Because for some, if that man respond to that, you disrespecting me in front of my children, and I bust your head, you will have people saying, man, he was wrong for that. He shouldn't have did that in front of his child. But this person didn't have control over the opposition that was disrespecting him in front of his child. So now he's setting a tone for his son to say, when you go out and somebody call you out, accept that. When you go out, baby, she looking at her daughter. When this man disrespect you, this woman disrespect you and call you anything but a child of the Most High, accept it. Man, that ain't the path to lead or late. That ain't what's up. That is not what's up, man. We got reasons. We got reasons to be mad, man. We got reasons to be mad. First Israelites said, he that is slow to anger is better than mighty. Learning to control emotions is fruitful. Indeed. And I'm not saying at any point or any way to rush into anger. I'm not saying in any point of way to harbor or allow anger to just be dwelling in you. It said anger resteth in the bosom of a fool. I get that. But what I am saying is that aside from those scriptures that tell us not to be dwelling on it, not to have it and carry it like that, at what point can I express my anger? At what point can I express this anger, man? So you mean to tell me you a parent now, you send your child to school or daycare or whatever. You know you done took care of them, got them set up right. You know, you done looked out. Hey, you got them, you did your duties, your parental duties, and they come back with a deep scar on their face. So much so they had to get stitches. They had to get think about it. Listen, they had to get stitches in their face. You didn't send them to school like that. You didn't send them out. They didn't leave your house like that. You're not gonna be upset. You ain't gonna have something to say. How you gonna move? So my opinion about it, proportionately, is that the people are afraid to operate in true truth. We want to be hypocritical and impartial. We want to say it's okay to be happy and joyful and all these, but it's not okay to be mad. It's not okay for us to express our anger at points in time where we should express it. It's a point in time for me to lay hands on you. You come disrespecting my family and I ain't disrespect you at all. Hey, listen, if you talking about harming us and we cannot practice verbal judo to you know what I'm saying, neutralize this matter, bro, listen, you gonna get these hands. And if you don't get the hands, if you trying to take it past, you gonna get something else. You break in my house. You talking about breaking in my vehicle and I catch you? The book tell me, here go an example. It's talking about a thief. I can remember years ago, I put a TV in my car, a TV or DVD radio, touchscreen. Put it in my car. So I get out of work, you know what I mean? I'm at the house. I get out the car, holler at bro. He asked me to run him somewhere. I come back to the car and I open the door. The Most High hit me right there. Bro, you supposed to be locked that door. Okay, cool. So this him let me know. Go take him where he need to go. Come back. I spend a little time. We playing around, whatever, talking, chopping up, checking. Come out the house. Somebody in my car. You know what I'm saying? I see the light on in my vehicle. Dude tugging. He trying to. I'm like, man, is this my other brother in my car? He listen to music because he is. But I look in the street. It's another vehicle. I don't know who this. No, he ain't no music playing. He trying to take my DVD radio, my TV radio. So I'm out there and try to kick his face off. So immediately from there, I asked, Father, what's supposed to be done about this? Open the book and it goes to about the thief and it say, if you find a thief breaking up, you find that person taking your stuff. You found him, you catch him in the act of stealing. Said blood can be shed for him. You know, you can shed their blood if the sun don't rise, you can shed their blood. But if the next day hit, you know what I'm saying, then hey, you shed their blood, then their family got the right to react because you and him both had time enough to think about that thing. So the book telling me at that point in time, it's a point where I can be angry, because you trying to steal what I didn't work hard for. I really I'm in the right to kill you. I'm in the right to put paws on you and beat some blood out you. This is what the book telling me. You know what I'm saying? So this was what I'm saying. Why is it though? If I did that, I moved like that, made the news, I have so many people saying, oh man, he was out the spirit, he shouldn't have did it. So at what point is what I'm saying? Like, at what point, family, are we able to operate with the anger? Because what's happening, this is something else. You holding all that anger and you steady holding off. Next thing you know, now you exploding on your spouse. Now you exploding or going overboard with the discipline and the punishment for your children. Now, when you get into your debate or your argument with your siblings, now you really, you got anger coming from a place like mine. I didn't have nothing to do with that. You really supposed to be expressed it and let that out on old boy or old girl. But now I'm getting a tail end of what you didn't release on these folks. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Like, bro, at what time? So I'll lay one on the table. Like I said, everything is really leading up to the final war between good and evil. So me being patient and you know what I'm saying, overlooking these things or, you know what I'm saying, taking it on cheap, passing it back, it's the build up for if I be in the war. Well, you going to have the sons of darkness versus the sons and the children of light. All right, but in the meanwhile, somebody said earlier, they said, it's how we express the anger. Okay. So we're not going into a point where we putting hands on people or you know what I'm saying, we using iron. It's so much so to at what point can I really check this person verbally? What is my limitations? What's my limitations? Indeed, it becomes premeditated. Hezekiah said, Torah culture or innocent blood, y'all hates. Zekiah said, you right, P, about going off on others because you being holding it in, but going off just showed me I have more work to do. This is true. Division, Sky Beasley, talk about it. Sky Beasley, David, talk about it. What you mean, division? Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Robert Holloway said, I believe the Most High will give us the truth as he always does. Okay, I can go there with you. I can feel it. But what about the times where people say, okay, you looking for the Most High to respond and give you the green light? He didn't already gave you the green light. The green light was the fact that this person, you never experienced a person handling you like that. That was the green light. This is what I'm saying. This you got people who, okay, so here's another situation. This is what I had to realize. This is what the Most High had to teach me. You got people that's moving and operating right now in life, and they talking to everybody any kind of way. And the reason that they doing that is because ain't nobody ever checked them and told them, hey, listen, bro, I don't know what you didn't, you know what I'm saying, said to whoever, but listen, you gonna find something terrible playing with me like that. And once we check certain people like that, they're put in their head, I can't talk to everybody the same way. I'm at the job. Hey, King Judah, hey, shalom. I'll pray some more. Hey, bless you. I pray that, you know, this being your first time catching live, I pray it be a blessing. And anybody else who, if it's your first time, I pray it be a blessing. You know what I mean? What I like to do on this channel, if I'm able to at all, first and foremost is glorify the Most High. Build with the people. Talk about real subjects and matters. Stuff that's going to benefit the spirit. I don't try to come from a point where it's my own volition and what I want to do. But nonetheless, on the subject what we're talking about tonight, I'm at the job. At this point in time, I'm driving a forklift. All right, so you got this guy, he changing and maintenance in the batteries for the forklift. I pull up, okay, he changing them out. My battery low, I need to change it. He say, hey, listen, if you change your battery, get the ones with the white sticker on it. Because these the ones that I already maintenance. So okay, cool. He say, because if you don't, if you get one of these other ones, I don't want to have to come and hunt you down. This person who's saying this to me, I'm looking at him, you not my people. This ain't got nothing to do with hatred. This got everything to do with facts. You know what I'm saying? You talking about hunt, hello, y'all used to really hunt us. So I walk away trying to keep the peace, but my blood boiling. So I had to go back and tell him, man, what's your name? He say, my name Wes. Well, Wes, you talking about hunting or coming to look for me. When you come look, you might not like what you find. Oh, man, I didn't mean it like, well, no, listen, you could have chose a better set of words to use. You could have left it, I don't want to have to come and find you, or just please get the one that has the white sticker. So what I'm saying is, from that point, if I didn't say, I don't know how many other people, how many brothers or sisters he didn't spoke to like that. And it be brothers and sisters that be operating with a spineless mindset that keep these folk going. And it's not just no Caucasians. It's Asians. It's Hamites or Africans. It's other Hebrews and Israelites. At what point do we stand up? We saying we God's people. We saying we God's people. He ain't no punk, man. He ain't no coward. He ain't no soft person. At what point in time you saying you made in his image? So you only made in his image when it comes to being peaceable. You only made in his image when it comes to practicing and using or speaking with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You only made in his image when you can create or invent something. You only made in his image when you know what I'm saying, you doing those things that's pleasing in his sight. You're not made in his image when you get upset or angry, though. Man, that's falsehood, man. I cannot rock with that. I can't rock with that. So if the Most High, this is why people playing with the Most High. This is why they feel like, man, I don't want to go to church. It's teaching me to be soft. This was one of the spells that was on me. In the world, talking about going to church, that mean I just gotta turn a cheek and take it. No. The book tell me he gonna make war with the saints. That mean we gonna be fighting too. What book you reading? What book you reading and getting your understanding from? It can't be the Bible. This is what I'm saying, man. So if the Most High about that action and he about that business, how your children ain't gonna be about it? You think these devils out here? Man, listen, I seen a video where Snoop Dogg was taking boxing courses for training. I seen these folks sparring. What you think he doing it for? This what I'm saying, bro. Like no, bro. This is at what point in time? What point in time can I, you know what I'm saying? When Nehemiah told them folk, bro, you come over here, defiling the Sabbath again, I'm gonna lay hands on you. This is in the book. He wasn't talking about praying for these people. He wasn't talking about, so I'm finna lay hands on you to heal you or cast a demon out you. He's talking about, bro, I'm finna draw blood. I'm finna break some or black some or swell some. So you Israelite, you saying you a person, you a child of the Most High. And the book tell me he a man of war. At what point in time is you? This is why Genesis 49, Jacob was saying, when we were talking about Judah, he said, listen, Judah is a lion's whelp. You gone up from the prey, who will rouse him up? So you crouch down, ready to get your prey, but you done got stuck in that mode so much so to where it's like, man, who really can really anger this man to really show what's inside him, what's inside that lion? When you really look at a lion, man, a lion ain't nothing to play with. Snatch your whole arm off. Snatch your whole arm off. Rip you in half. Drink your blood. All he bloodthirsty. So the Most High compared his people, the tribe of Judah, say, man, listen, this is the king of the animals. This is what the book telling me. So how is it that you not operating your power to smash on these folks? You don't want to be no warrior. You want to keep playing games and being quiet and just taking all this crap in his cap. Listen, a lot of people gonna find out that, bro, the Most High was upset with that. He was meaning for you to express their anger. He told us to be vigilant. So if I'm being vigilant, Okay, now let's wait it up. Okay, we stepped outside the Bible and the people dealing with comics. Batman and Superman, these vigilantes. These folks hopping in to protect the folks who can't protect themselves. And yeah, they moving for a righteous cause, but they bout busting heads, man. So at what time do we get to that point, family? If we saying we believers and children of the faith, children of the light, the devils and the demonic folk, these folks who on demon time, listen, these folks, they don't care nothing about talk. So let me pause it. I'm running over my words a little bit. Let's go back a few years. You in a historical black church, and you get Dylan Roof to come into the church. The black people invite him in. Come to Bible study, pray with us. The man pull a pistol out. While they praying for him to stop shooting, he put one in their melons. Killed 9 people. Killed 9 people, and guess what? His bond was $1 million. The police stopped him at the Burger King on the way to the jail, and he had a vest on. Pause. 9 people, $1 million. Now, if you go back and listen to the song Rising Early, in Memphis, in my city, a brother ended up killing a police officer who invaded his home. His bond was $9 million. His bond, the brother's bond, was $9 million for killing 1 officer. Dylan Roof killed 9 of us. His bond, $1 million. You see the flip side? You see how they're so backwards? But what I'm saying is, if the brothers or the sister that was in the church, the family that was in his church when Dylan Roof upped his pistol and got the spark in them, what if these folks said, you know what? I'm finna wrestle this pistol out of dude's hand, or I'm finna up my own tool. It wouldn't have been 9 victims. It wouldn't have been 9 souls. So the society then condition the people to make them feel like you only in your feelings, you being emotional, you out the spirit when you upset. It's a way to express the anger. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is a way. The book also tells us, talk not with cowards in matters of war. This is Sirach. Look it up. So when I speak on this subject matter, I'm not intending to talk to the people. I understand everybody ain't about that. That's cool. Stay where you at. Hey, you'll be a good cook. You a good nurse. You know what I'm saying? But when the war break out, we're gonna need righteous indignation, man. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Mad is the word that he used. The book told me, be angry and sin not. So now sin is the transgression of the law. Okay, so at what point can my anger turn into sin? The law tell me, thou shalt not murder. Don't murder. This ain't something that I premeditated. I didn't want to kill you. All right, pause that. Let's go a step further. It tells us about if a man is out with his neighbor, they got the axe, and the head of the axe slip off, and he end up killing his partner, his neighbor, his homie, or whoever, his co-worker. The head of the axe slip off, hit him in his head, and kill him. It was an accident. That person is supposed to be able to go to a place of refuge. And when you take inventory, you investigate and see, he didn't have no ill intention. He never plotted against this person. He never had no hatred against this person. That he took a life. It was accidental. So then, now when I jump back to it, say, thou shalt not murder. Okay, somebody invade my house again. Somebody came into the congregation. Well, me and you, we calling on the Most High. It's the Sabbath or the feast that we just trying to keep the feast. It's first fruits. We out at the park. or we somewhere, somebody finna get baptized. Or we just, it's a night on the town, man. The brothers or the sisters, they just on the town, drinking young. We kicking it. We on ice, man. We chilling. And somebody walk up and the person is in a 100% mode, is a threat to take life from one of us. You mean to tell me I can't switch into my mode to take life from this person to keep him from killing us? That ain't sin. That's not sin. Indeed, is a different story when guns involved, when knives involved, when somebody trying to set you up. Indeed. So that's what I'm saying, though, man. So again, for those who just jumped in, at what point in time is it okay for me to let my anger to run its course? If I get upset about something, and when you're looking and examining these situations, I'm seeing videos online where, you know, this man might be mad at his wife because he caught her cheating. This woman might be mad at her husband because she caught him cheating. There's a reason to be mad. This person is upset because somebody broke into their business. They upset, and you got the people in the country, are you in your feelings? If I didn't put in so much loyalty with you and time and focus and energy, and you betrayed it, or this person betrayed it, or betray you, that's a point to be upset, family. So why is it that if a person get upset, they in their feelings of being emotional, but anger and to be upset is the emotion, just like happiness and joy is the emotion. The book even tell me that sorrow make the heart perfect. I'm paraphrasing. This is out of Ecclesiastes. This is what I'm saying, man. The world and condition so many people to feel the wrong ways, to run these things through the wrong spectrums. Say they're gonna feel the wrath for the Most High. James Mark Cuzzo, what's going on? But I don't know if that's you or Either way, salute to you. Oh yeah, Eliza, Shalom, Shem. Discernment is key. It says seeking the Most High. Proverbs 14:29, he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly. This is true. We're not taking away from that. We're not taking, this is what I said earlier. I'm not saying for a person to rush into the mode of anger. Neither am I telling a person to just harbor hatred or anger, because the book tells us anger rests in the bosom of fools. Don't be no fool. Don't be no fool. I'm not telling nobody to be no fool, but I am putting the question forth, saying, when is it okay for me to be mad? They done killed us. They done robbed us. They done raped us. They miseducating us through the school system. They done taught us fear through the religious system. They done kept us occupied in entertainment to keep us away from the Most High. They done told our children that it's okay for them to say that they homosexuals. It's okay for our sons to say that they women or girls. It's okay for our daughters to feel like they men. Don't get mad at none of that. They sex trafficking the people. They stealing our women. They putting the drugs in our neighborhood. They put the drugs in our neighborhood. They put the guns in our neighborhood. They started promoting in any movie that's a hit for Israelites. Guess what's going on? It's some type of thievery, robbery, or gentrification in some form, or genocide, self-genocide. At what point do I get mad? At what point is it okay for me to say, God damn it, I'm tired of it? At what point can I do that? They done turned all my nephews to gangsters. They done turned all my nieces to prostitutes. They got my uncle and my auntie are strung out on drugs. Okay, my daddy said he want to be a pastor. He a liar. All these different, Like, what? At what point in time is it okay for a man or a woman to be mad in today's time? Myron Browner said the time is now, Romans 13:11. And that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. This is what I'm saying. When can I be mad? It's no problem for me. You got people they cracking the biggest smile that they can, pulling out the camera when you got this young girl beating on her grandma, world star. You got the people pulling out the cameras and they smiling and they happy about the people in Walmart fighting, world star, TikTok, go viral. You got the people, no, they happy and they okay, they feeling plenty joy because they just made millions of dollars off you getting vaccinated. You getting this vaccine. They change your DNA. You got people they happy and they okay with the fact that they just took this rapper's chain and his life. They celebrating it. So you got joy that's displaced. These folk happy about the wrong thing, wicked stuff. This is what I'm saying. So at what point is it? It's a time and a place for anger to be righteous and to be okay. Kill and murder are two different things. Touch me or mine, and so help me, Father. I'm gonna show the difference. What's good, Paige, my brother? Indeed, salute to you, Judah Lane TV. Indeed, indeed, man. So this is all I'm saying is like, family. This is something we really need to be considering. We okay with being passive and mistreated. When I look at the book, this is what I'm saying. If he is the same God that he was for Abraham, that he was for David, that he was in the Old Testament, that he is today, listen, anytime we had a problem, we usually had to go to war. And if we didn't go to war, he bust heads behind us. Anger was somewhere mingled inside of the situation. It had to be somewhere. So if he the same God from then as he is now, at what point do we say, you know what? Pops about that action. I got to be like my daddy. Again, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that's going on, the reason why your son and your daughter being mistreated like that is because you ain't stood up. Your nephews and your nieces and whoever else, because you ain't standing up. You feeling like you just got to be quiet and get hit in your mouth and get talked to like a dog. Every man deserves respect, man. Every person. And for my respect, listen, if I don't get it, I'm going to take it. And it's going to be ugly if it have to be that. You can be angry anytime you want, but unfortunately in this kingdom, we can't act without repercussion until Christ cracks the sky. Okay, so earlier I mentioned about everything, and Father willing, this will be the message for this upcoming Shabbat or the Sabbath. Everything is leading up to that final war between good and evil. But even in that, it says that he went to make war with the saints and he prevailed against them until is what the next verse say. The Most High stepped in, you know what I'm saying? And it said that the saints took the kingdom. So they should take the kingdom forever and ever. You know what I mean? So what's that telling them? We're going to have to put in some work. We're going to have to put in some work. You're not wrong. It's not a sin for somebody to disrespect you and you correct them. It's not a sin for somebody to be trying to bully you, or if there's any children online, somebody trying to bully the children and that child stand up for themselves and hit them in the mouth. Pull the shirt over their head, power bomb, run them to the. You ain't wrong for. They disrespected first. They violated. It ain't the word ain't for everybody. If you can't feel it, it ain't for you. All right, but it's a time and a point for us to be upset, saints. And right now is a time to be upset. Am I saying that we gotta just go out, load up all our rifles and tools and go out killing? I'm not saying that. But what I am saying, man, it's a point in time listen, all jokes aside, ain't no plan. Ain't no smiling. The book tell you to be, it said that person, that man that desired that position, he should be grave. And when you look up that word grave, that means to be serious. Serious. You know what I'm saying? So it's a time to be serious. Ain't no plan. Listen, I ain't got no space for your jokes this along the lines of nonsense. I'm not spending no time in that. No foolishness. If you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Look, you got scientists right now, family. They said after they bombed Pearl Harbor, when they had the use of the nukes, these folks set a clock, what they call the doomsday clock, which is countdown time to midnight. Midnight is doomsday. And for the last years, they've been saying that we've been only 100 seconds from midnight. The last time that the clock was set back the furthest from doomsday was in 1991, and it was 17 minutes away. Saying that to say the people outside of the scriptures in the community of those who have faith, listen, they know that the time is dwindling down. They know we coming towards the end. They know what's on the brink. They know a war is coming. So when it come down to it, man, who you gonna be? What you gonna be? You gonna be that coward? You gonna be that person who tuck and tail, who hiding? Understand this. When we read Maccabees and those who celebrate the Feast of Dedication, it tell you, it say everything is written aforetime for our learning. The brothers and sisters that went out on the Sabbath, went into the caves, they said, well, listen, we're not going to fight because it's the Sabbath. They slaughtered our people, man. They killed our people, men, women, and children. That's what happened. We're not going to fight. We're not going to practice this indignation. We're not going to move with defense to defend ourselves. We're not going to be warriors. But what Maccabees say? He said, you know what, man, listen, Father, have mercy on us. We ain't finna let them, we fight for, we gonna kill if we have to on the Shabbat, on the Sabbath. So that's what I'm saying. At what point in time, family? At what point in time we gonna stand up? We gonna keep taking what they give us. We're gonna keep being these slaves and docile and spineless. How long we gonna do that? At what point in time we gonna really get about the action? And check these folks. You can't talk to me any kind of way you feel like you want to talk to me. You can't treat me any kind of, and this is another problem. See, we'll release this anger. You'll get mad at your husband or your wife. Don't talk to me like, bust their head. Y'all in the house scrapping, throwing blows. You done put your woman out. She done put her husband out in those relationships. You done got to fighting with your blood brother, your blood sister. You done curse your children. I call them everything but an Israelite and a child of the Most High. So you will release that anger and express it on your family. But when it comes down to these heathens or these other nations or anybody else, we passive. We're going to find a way to deal with it with peace. Man, you false. You a hypocrite. That's wicked. That's weak. The Most High, listen, when he chose us, he didn't, listen, when we came out of Egypt, when we came out of Egypt, we went to war, didn't it? We went through the land going to war. We've been hitters. But you didn't been put to sleep to feel like all you supposed to do and be is a spineless Negro that all you do is entertain. All you do is sing and dance and act and play instruments and be whores and pimps and rappers and all this other crap. Run the football, shoot the basketball, be the best baseball player, try to be the president or somebody on the city council, be a preacher, keep the other people asleep in the community, tell them all you got to do is believe and have faith, eat your pork and everything else, but never ever rise up and be a man, be a woman with morals and principles, with borders, with standards. Saying that, listen, man, you play with me like you cross the line, I'm going to put it on your ass, man. We ain't at that point. Why? Why? So if you coming in late, man, go back to the beginning of the video. Go back to the beginning of the video. And what I'm saying is, it's a cap on people being able to express or let anger run its course, but we don't have no cap or nothing to say about when people allow the emotion of joy, sorrow, and all these other things to happen or run its course and be within us. We being emotional or we in our feelings anytime that we get upset, anytime we get mad, anytime. You're not human. If you can operate in all these other emotions, and anger is one that you don't operate in, you're not human. You can't be. There's the verse of the day coming in. You can't be human. It's okay for all these other emotions. You can even be sick. A person can be, it's a time to be sick. It's a time to be happy. It's a time to be sad. It's a time to be afraid. But it's never a time to be mad. It's never a time to be upset. That ain't balance. The book tells me the Most High is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. So in that case, if he's a God of knowledge, he's logical. It's a point in time for us to be upset. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. So I guess we missed that part where we would bear our own cross as well. For some, perhaps. Perhaps for some. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, even when the Messiah returns, you think he coming back smiling? You think he coming back happy and he pissed off? The book tell me the Most High is angry. This is what it say. The Most High is angry with the wicked every day. He angry every day with the wicked. So at what point, if I'm saying I'm a child of the Most High, I'm made in his image, then that should mean, okay, well, it should be something that upsets me. Ezekiel 9:4. The men that sigh and cry about the abominations they're done in the world. So we ain't upset about these things. Now, you okay, Barzia? You know, somebody said it earlier. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Okay, indeed. And so that goes back into what I was saying earlier. You will have two brothers or two sisters or siblings or family members be at each other's neck. They won't practice their passiveness to say, hey, let that go. Don't operate in the spirit of anger. Don't be mad. Don't curse each other out. Don't bust each other. They won't do that with one another. You ain't going to do that in your own household. You ain't gonna say, hey man, let me walk away from bro. Let me walk away from Sur. Let me not say this to them. Let me not treat them like that. You're gonna get off everything you want to say. You're gonna dig as deep as you can to hurt them. You're gonna say every insult that come to your mind. No filter. No filter. When you get mad at your husband, you get mad at your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, you gonna let them have it. You gonna, no restraints. You're gonna let them have everything you can think of. Your bald head, you're nasty, you're gonna give them everything you can think of. So why is it so easy to let it out on people who closest to us, but we can't let it out on the people who outside of us? When we leave our homes and the people who actually been there shoulder to shoulder with us. The people who actually, somebody who at least took the time to cook a meal for us. Somebody who was at least there with us in our time of child when we got to fighting in the hood or something. Somebody who at least at the time when we celebrated birthdays, or you still do, they brought you a gift, or they said something nice. Somebody you was brought up with. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk to them any kind of way. Or our patience gonna only reach a certain level and limit with them. But then you leave your household from those people who you actually got a bond with and history with, get with a stranger who disrespect you, and you just take, and they saying worse stuff to you than your family member, your kinfolk. But you don't get them the business. You don't get off in they grill. You know what I'm saying? Set them straight. You don't get them the fire. Come on, man. Come on, man. We gotta be real, man. And that's the problem. A lot of people you operate in this fairy tale mindset. Be real, man. Let us be honest. Let us be truthful, man. We talking about we in the truth, but we ain't being for real about that. Cast all your problems to the Lord, give it all to him. And if you're keeping the laws, he will help you. You take one step, he will do the rest of the walking, okay? Let not the sun go down on your wrath. Isn't saying you better not be hurt about what someone did to you just because it's nighttime. It's dealing with grudges, pride, and hate. And this is true, Arya. This is what the Most High struggle. If you got a problem with somebody, man, get that settled or get that off your spirit before don't let that carry on to the next day. Don't let that carry on to the next week. Don't let that become that grudge where now you hate this person, or every time you see them, you got inner thoughts in your mind about this person because something they said to you 2 months ago. Hakeem said, "This what Big Bro gonna say when he cracked the sky wide open, you heard me? Dearly beloved, avenge not yourself, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay." Okay. In the meanwhile, so okay, now so let me go into the education system. So this is a part of why so many people feel like it's wrong for people to revolt. And in particular, Israelites to revolt in a way that is beyond us boycotting and singing songs. In the education system, fam, they taught us first that we were slaves in this country. After they taught us that we were slaves in this country, they taught us about the Jim Crow era and boycotting and the sit-ins and all of this. They didn't. They teach us Martin Luther King. They touch a little bit on Malcolm X and some curriculums, but they really put Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream. They put that at the forefront. They don't talk about Nat Turner. They don't talk about Denmark Vesey. They don't talk about these different revolts during the time of slavery where the people got, they were fed up. and they bust heads behind, and they chose to rather fight and kill and lose their lives instead of suffer bondage. They don't talk about that. So if that was promoted more, we were educated more on it. Do you know how that would empower us? Do you know how that would make the society of these melanated people feel? Instead of the moves they keep rolling out, showing us in a subservient position. This is what I'm saying. But I ain't mean to go there, man. I ain't mean to go there. So there again, man, just talk to them Tuesday. The goal is not to even teach like that, it's just to express a feeling. What I want to do even is at some point in time we get to a point where people just need to vent. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Or you may be able to call in and vent and just get something off your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it. You know, so preferably it was edifying in some form and format. Preferably it gave some provocation in your mind and your spirit. And above all things that the Most High was glorified. Indeed, indeed. How can no? Hey, it's no issue, man. It's an open forum. It's an open. Even those who have a objective mindset, opposing view, I welcome that too. You know, so that's balance. Everybody shouldn't agree with me. I don't have all the answers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wrong all the time neither. It's balance. Indeed, man. Peace and blessing to y'all, man. Have a wonderful night. Hey, ask the Most High to guide you. Be vigilant, be bold in righteousness, stand up for righteousness, stand on their word, be a soldier. You know what I'm saying? Be a hard body for the Most High, man. Don't be no punk, don't be no coward, don't be no sissy about it. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you deserve respect. So if somebody comes to you with disrespect, check them. You feel a certain way, people end up getting disrespected, and they say, man, you know what? They disrespected me. They don't say nothing. They go home and they say, I should have said this to him or to her. You're right. You should have said it then. But instead, you kept it and you went home, and now you exploding on your family or the wrong people, or you waiting for the name. Say if they say something else to me today, then I'm gonna say it to them. Listen, check it then, man. Check it at the door. Check it at the door, man. Man, we Israelites, and he ain't choose us. He ain't choose no soft nation. Look at everything we've been through. Look at all that we done survived, man. And still surviving. He ain't choose no weak people. Remember that. All right? So, man, shalom, peace, and blessing to y'all. Man, have a wonderful night until we see one another prayerfully on the Shabbat. Shalom.